Hey, welcome to the final lesson of this first exercise. I think this animation is looking really nice. And now let's add some final effect. I'm going to place the time indicator here and remember to turn on the motion blur. Now I'm going to set this to full, and as you can see on the full we don't have any grain. If I go to quarter resolution, of course I have grain because the resolution is really low, but I want this same effect here. So I'm going to have to add a new adjustment layer, and on that adjustment layer I'm going to create a new effect, noise on grain, and add grain. Now here on the viewing mode, make sure it's on final output so that we can see how it looks in the end. So right now this looks properly. Yeah, maybe we can increase the intensity just a little bit, and now we have some grain. We don't need to do anything else. We can rename this as grain, and you can change the color if you want. Remember to save your file, and now let's go to the rendering part. Right now we have this main comp, so we need to make sure that we are rendering all this main comp. So when we are standing here, we're going to select composition, and we're going to press add to render queue. The render queue is the panel where all the things that are going to be rendered are going to be. So you can see that here this is the timeline for the rendering. When we hit render, we'll have a rendering time here, and the idea is to get all the way to this part. But first we need to work here on the queue itself. You can see that we have the render and it's checked. We have the comp name, which is the name of our composition, which is comp1 because that's the default name. The status queued, and we haven't started yet, of course. Now on render settings, you can drop this if you want, and you can see the settings that it has right now. The quality is on best, resolution is full, the size. You can see all of the settings. If you want to change something, click here where it says best settings, and you can change it here, or just click here and it will open a render settings window where you can change anything. You can change quality to draft or wireframe, or resolution to half or third or full. You can change anything here. Here on output module, here's where you will choose the output of the animation. Right now on default is the format is AVI, and it's including the project link. We can uncheck this, and what I usually use is the QuickTime format because it's a smaller size. And on format options, you have plenty of options, of course. You have the QuickTime options, and you have on the video and the audio. The audio, you can choose the compression that you want. Right now it's uncompressed. On the video, you have the video codecs. You have a ton of video codecs, animation, BMP, you have PNG. What I do is to use the H.264 because what I'm after is to keep the same resolution and the same quality of video, but having a smaller size, and this combination served me really well. On the basic video settings, you can change the quality. Right now it's on 60. I can change it to 100 or to 0. right now I am happy with 60 because it's just to show you how the video ends up. You can choose here on advanced settings if you want keyframe every 1 frame or 2 frames or 3 frames or anything. I will leave this as it is right now and click OK. Here you can resize the composition if you feel like resizing it. If you need to do that, just resize it. Right now I like the size that we have. And here is the audio output. If you are not working with any audio, I suggest that you put output off. Now click OK. Now on output 2 is where you choose the name of the file and where it will be saved. So click here and it will open a window. Let's change this to exercise 1 and click on save. Now if you want to start, we haven't started the render. When we hit save here, it doesn't mean that it will render. Now we need to press the render button, and that's when the render will start. Click on render and you have to give it time. Depending on your computer, it will take less or more time, but all you need to do is to wait until the animation is complete, until the animation is completely rendered. If you need to pause it, you can do it here, or to stop it if you want to cancel the render. So I'm going to stop here and continue with the rendered animation. Alright, here is the rendered file. Let's take a look at how it looks. Pretty cool, right? So you can see that it's pretty easy once that you know what tools to use and what techniques you can use to make the work easier. You can see the potential of After Effects. We did this in very short time. Imagine if we had spent a day or 2 or 3 days and add some more effects to it. So it's a really nice title and we did it in short time. So I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with the result. So that's it for the first exercise. Now it's time to go to the next exercise, the exercise 2. So let's go.